All right, let's find this flipping Russian fleet that's... Oh, here we go. Well, who we got here? Who's this? Oh, this is probably a diesel boat. Look at it. He's hanging around the little ledge called the Continental Shelf. We're at PD again. We're always copying the broadcast. That's how we roll. We're doing the right thing, listening to the orders from the radio room. We do have a very weak layer at 160 feet. That's awesome. So got a little bit of thermal protection, if you will. New star contact bears to the west. We're headed west. Well, okay. We'll probably be turning. Sonar thinks it's a submarine contact. 15,000 yards away. Let's go.
Con, sonar, new rig ship for ultra quiet.
Ultra quiet. Let's take a listen. Let's find out who's out there. Let's find out who's out there. Ooh. There he is. Oh. There we go. You guys can look at him. All right, so we don't have the nuke on board anymore, so he's back in the engine room making power for us and clean water for our showers, and then heating it up for us too. He's a good dude. Okay. I thought it was a song. It could be a song. But maybe a Romeo? There's a song. Ah, a Ming. It's a Ming-a-ling.
Sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
Thank you, sonar. All right, so what do we do here? What's job number one? Besides clean up the screen. What do we want to do whenever you get a possible submerged contact? In the chat, let me know. And this is a question. I mean, try to get it right. I'm going to get a bunch of joke answers. I get that. That's fine. But for those of you that know, what's the first thing you do? In this video game, by the way. Turn away. How do you know the bearing? If he's right off your bow, both directions are away, I suppose. Yeah. Track his course. There you go. So I call it direction of motion. Put the little line on him and see which side of that line does he go, and you go the other way. Sometimes doing nothing is the right answer too. Because do you know what you're doing whenever you first gain him? Or not doing, I should say? You're not hitting him. Yeah. You can turn and cause a collision. So you don't want to do that. All right. Now, this is bad because his bearing is not changing very much. Yeah, that means this might be a collision course. Yeah, okay. And he's a little north of the line, but not much. So I am going to go left to 180. We're going to turn away.
Come left to.
So whoever said turn away, you were right, by the way.
Helm I.
There's a few more steps between step 1 and step 5, you know. Good job. I'm also staying shallow because I have him up here. If I go deep, I may lose him. There is a layer involved. Yeah. Well, yeah, Death on High says 1 ping only. Yeah. I suppose you could go active if you have a certain sonarman on board who's trying to impress the captain because he's a knucklehead and F's that up. Thanks for the trauma. Do you know how much counseling I've had to have? Well, one, I had Navy counseling for one, but I mean, like, to get over that, that took a while. That took a while. I was like, listen, why do I mess up so much, doctor? And they were like, you try too hard. Close all the bulkheads. Those had better already be shut. Yeah. Shut those when you go to condition zebra. Unlock the screen door. That's right, James. Very good. I see we have a professional in the chat. Thank you, James. Well done, sir. Well played. The layer is a hard line. Can be heard through. Sure. Yeah, you can hear submarines through the layer. You absolutely can. Okay, let's bring it up. There's the layer. We're both above the layer. If I change depth, I could lose this contact. So what I want to do is I have one leg being one direction of motion where I know where his bearing is, and it was almost no change in bearing. Now we're on a different leg. We're going south, and I'm gonna put the cursor out here again and see
helm steady course
and see if that made any difference.
Sierra 1 is cavitating.
Oh boy. This is okay. Bad. This is a terrible course. We're putting him in the perfect firing position. Hey, sometimes that happens, man. Sometimes that just happens, okay? The biggest thing is we did not collide with him. He's also changing course. So we're not going to change course while he changes course because that just complicates the math. I like simple math. I'm a simple man. My calculator is on my phone, and I'm not allowed to have my phone underway anymore for reasons I can't get into. So I like simple math. I do lots of rules of thumb. The left thumb. Oh, crap. This guy's close. What the fuck? Okay. We are going to turn away from that.
Come left 2.
We're immediately going to turn away from that.
9, helm
This guy
aye.
is super duper close to us. Oh my god. Can you guys see that? Holy crap. Howdy, neighbor. Well, it sure is nice copying the broadcast this time of day, isn't it? Holy man. We should get below the layer now. I'm going to very quietly bring on about 1,000, maybe 2,000 pounds and get below the layer. Holy smokes. If he shoots us right now, it's going to be a lot of fun to dodge that. Holy Jesus. It's like a phone booth. Get back to your own side of the phone booth, knucklehead. I definitely told the game to start at 15,000 yards. What happened? What happened, game? We're very slowly turning away. We're like, oh no. He's right there. We could reach out and like, yeah. We're slowly coming down. So slowly like you can't even see it. I had to take him through the baffles. I had no choice. I couldn't turn towards him. I got to take him through the baffles. The idea is take him through the baffles as quickly as possible so if he does anything in the baffles like maneuver, he doesn't have a lot of time down there. Yeah, right? Yeah, we could exchange tea.
feet.
Hell, we could do an officer exchange program at this range, you know? That we could do a little cultural reach out between the two of us, you know? I'm about to show him the new Lockheed technology we got in my Mark 48. All right, we're right on the layer now. Sometimes you can hit that layer and your depth change will literally slow down, sometimes even stop if it's a really strong layer, and you'll have to bring on more water to kind of get through it. Or more likely put a little angle on the planes and just kind of drive through it. Because once you get to the other side, you'll be negatively buoyant again. But I've seen some layers. Where's a really good example? The Med. Holy crap. If you're in the Mediterranean Sea, some of those layers are like a floor. You got to drive through them. Sound will bounce off them like it's the ocean bottom. And it's at like 200 feet. You get under that layer, you're good to go. Yeah, well, until they put that VDS down there, and then that's not so good. Yeah. Somebody let the Europeans in on our secrets. All right, we're going to continue our left-hand turn back to the west,
left 2,
northwest.
336, helm aye.
Slowly getting down there. His range is 4.5 thousand yards. About twice what it was when we found him. Yeah. I'm driving into his baffles. We're going to shoot him with one Mark 48. It's a good thing he's not paying attention. We're definitely on his sonar screen. At least at 2,000 yards we were, for sure. He just wasn't looking at it. Or it was not turned on. I don't know. You get that close to another sonar system, you're probably on it at some point. Unless it's the Alpha. That's completely different. The Alpha's like, ugh. It's like they should have even bothered putting a sonar system on the Alpha. Because they kind of didn't. Even though it's got one. They did not care. They're like, go fast. Okay. Yeah, so the Ming, oh man,
Passing 200 feet.
ancient Chinese technology. This thing is so old. What does it predate? When did they make the Mings? God, I want to say the 50s. I wonder if that's probably in the in-game ship database. Let me just pull that up real quick while we're waiting on this turn. Yeah, where's the write-up on that? Like, I've got the in-game overlay that's kind of off your screen right now I'm looking at. Says that, you know, it's got a test depth of 980 feet, but it doesn't give me any kind of history on it. Just know that it's old. It's probably the oldest diesel boat in the game for this campaign. Oh, he's cavitating again. What's he doing, sonar? What's going on? Let's bring up sonar again, see what's going on there. We see any changes in his profile? He is a lot louder than he was. Well, that's because he was cavitating. So he changed something. Probably speed. Well, it was a cavitation. It was a burst of cavitation. It wasn't consistent. So instead of it being speed, he could have changed course. Yeah. And the fact that we're tracking a Ming through the layer kind of says a lot. Yeah, there we go. Change course. Change course right there. So what we're going to do, so the rule of thumb for me in this video game, again, is to shoot the Ming at greater than 5,000 yards. Closer to 6 is okay too. He's not going to run away from your torpedo. You can shoot him at 10,000 if you wanted to, but don't shoot him inside 5 because his counterfire is going to be problematic. So we're going to make sure he's outside 5, preferably in his baffles. We don't have to be. This is the nice thing about diesel boats. Whenever you're targeting them, they cannot outrun the torpedo. They will not outrun it. So you just get the torpedo in the right ballpark and the torpedo will do the rest. Yeah, he's really coming around. Sonny, he says, can you shoot down aircraft in this game? No, you cannot. There is no surface-to-air missile in this game. There might be in the mods. There are a lot of mods for this game, for those of you in the mod community and that know how to install mods. I don't know about those. They might have added it in that, but in this base game that we're playing today, there's no anti-air capability. I have Tube 2 ready, by the way. We're going to shoot him. One, I want to see what course he steadies up on, and then I want to see what our range is on that course, because it was about 5,000 yards. It might not be that far away anymore. He turned towards us. Battlestar, thank you for the super chat again. He says, when are you going to get in touch with habitual line crosser? Would love to see sonartism. Yeah, I know, right? With missiletism. I think he's a really cool dude. I've watched a lot of his videos since people have been asking me about that. I didn't realize that I was already following him on YouTube because he's somebody that I had enjoyed, you know, along with everybody else that I follow on YouTube. But I don't know the guy, so I don't know if it's cool to just like to do something like that, right? So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, his missileism and my sonarism, we would be like, you know, a buddy cop fighting crime together in the most autistic way possible, which would be hilarious on caffeine. Yeah, it'd be great. So I don't know. I can't answer your question honestly, and I don't want to lie to you, of course. So I'll just say I don't know. But thank you for the super chat. I do know who you're talking about. I do watch his videos and I do subscribe to him. Occasionally I'll leave a comment on him too, you know, so you may see my little comment on a lot of his stuff because it's really funny. He's a funny dude. Yeah. But I think that speaks a lot to the quality of us enlisted people in the U.S., you know, military in general, is we're kind of quirky. We have crazy shenanigan sense of humor, but we're very competent in our specific job, right? Like I'm one of many sonarmen, right? And so if you think I'm kind of like off the knob, and I am, you should see my buddies. There's 2,500 other ones that are in the Navy right now on submarines. The surface ship guys, I can't speak to them, but yeah. So just know that if you go to war with the United States, you're going to be, you know, fighting a bunch of autistic, highly caffeinated, motivated, trained individuals that enjoy the hell out of kicking your ass. Yeah. So think about that before you do it. We're going to be laughing our asses off as you blow up.
Come left to 270, helm I.
All right, we did manage to open range. Hallelujah. Now, if he goes active, all bets are off. And we're still sinking out, by the way. We're trying to get down deep. He's going to stay above that layer. I don't know why, but that's what he's doing. So we're going to be opposite of whatever he's doing, and we're going to engage him. Death on High is telling me to email the fat electrician. Again, I don't email people I don't know. I don't know why, but that's just something I don't do. Also, I don't email people. I do everything through LinkedIn for my professional side of things. So if anybody wants to reach out to me on LinkedIn for professional stuff, that's how you do it. I don't just fire off an email to people I don't know. That's called spam. I don't do that. An autistic sonarman, like sonar from... Well, hey, listen. I think the documentary Down Periscope is a fantastic film. Everybody should watch. Yeah, Harlan Waynes, is that his name? Harlan Williams? Harlan Waynes? I forget the actor who played the sonar tech in Down Periscope, but he did a fantastic job of kind of the extreme comical side of sonar. Obviously over the top, right? But still, very funny movie. And his perfect sense of physical humor and comedian for the sonar side in that movie is fantastic. I want to say it's Harlan Waynes, but I feel like Waynes is a comedian, a different comedian. Like the Waynes brothers. You guys... Oh, it's Harland Williams. Thank you, Harland Williams. Yes, that's who played it. I think he's a funny dude. Yeah, he's a good actor. Okay, what kind of range are we talking about now? We're talking about 7,000 yards. We could shoot him right now. We're not in the baffles. So not the best firing position. I don't feel like getting shot today. So we're just going to continue to slowly sink out. I can actually bring on a couple more pounds of water, which I'll do here.
Passing 500 feet.
And so now you can see our depth separation there, right? So typically, I found you either want to be very shallow or very deep when you shoot. You don't want to be in the middle, the water column, because that's no man's land. If you're in the middle of the water column, whenever they counterfire, they're going to see you. The torpedo that's counterfired at you will see you if it's anywhere near you. If you're deep and the counterfire is shallow, like we saw in the previous mission, there's a chance that even if it goes overhead, it may not see you. Depends on thermal layer, lots of things. But it's better than being at the same depth as the torpedo, right? He's shallow. If he counterfires, that torpedo is going to start shallow. So I want to be opposite of that. Let's see here. That's your favorite Kelsey Grammer film? Yes. Oh, Kelsey Grammer. Yeah. He did a great job. He's a good comedic actor. And yeah, I thought he did a really good job. There's a lot of really good actors in that whole movie. Like, the guy that says if you can dodge a wrench, in Dodgeball, he's in that movie as somebody. I forget who.
Passing 600 feet.
The guy that plays the jerk admiral, he pulls that off a little too well. I'm like, this guy might really be a jerk. Or he's a really great actor, But yeah, all around a really good movie. Okay, I think we're in his baffles now. Let's check his bearing. Okay, so he's 16, we'll say 0. And he's on a course of about almost 150. So, yeah, we're in baffles. Okay, let's steady she goes. Oh, we're in the middle of the water column. I said don't be here, and I'm going to do it. Okay, let's get down on depth dive. So let's go ahead and get some 10 degrees down. Speed up 10 knots.
Make turns for 1, 0.
I'm going to go ahead and dial up.
Maneuvering eye.
Dial a depth here, 900 feet.
Non-maneuvering. Making turns for 1, 0 knot.
Make depth 900 feet. Dive
You can't see it, but on the other side of the screen, you can dial a specific depth if you want to. I try not to use that. Okay, he faded. Fantastic. This is what I know where he's at. This is the point of diesel boats. This is why America doesn't have any of these things. If this was a nuke boat, I would not know where he's going to go. I know that no matter what the Ming does, it's not going to go very far from where we last had him. Because he's slow. So I don't mind not having contact right now. I'm going to shoot this guy because I know that he's within 1,000 yards of that point. And by the time we fire, probably 2,000 yards. All right, we're at 10 knots. We're on depth. We're on course. We're going to go firing point procedures on CR1 the Ming with tube 2, bearing 155. Run to enable is going to be 100 yards. Solution set. Ships ready. Weapons ready. Fences set. Shoot tube 2.
Dive at 0, feet, dive I.
So what this means is whenever we get to our surface ship encounter, I'm going to use a lot of missiles. Because we're already down to 12 torpedoes. We just shot that one, down to 11. So we want to make sure that we don't want to run out of torpedoes. Like, if I only have missiles remaining, we're going to go back to Guam. We don't want to be in that situation. I also set this torpedo to search shallow, so whenever it enables, we'll watch it swim up above that layer. And, oh yeah, check this out. On the depth screen, you'll see the little weapons depth too. So this weapon, and you'll be able to see the cavitation it has there, go up above the layer. I'll leave that up for you. And we'll read some chat. You had to get up at 3 a.m. to catch me? Worth it? Who is that? Oh, Backseat Gamer. Yeah, how's it going, man? I recognize your name, for sure. You must be in Australia or something. Are you in Australia or Philippines or over in that side of the world? Yeah. Oh, there it goes. It just enabled. I told it to enable passively again because the target's not alerted. I shoot the weapon with active enabled at the enable point. In case I lose the wire, I wanted to have that. But if I keep the wire in this situation, I turn the active back off again.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
The weapon found the target, and I'm not going to do anything. We're going to do that so you guys can see it. I'm not going to turn on the weapons active. The weapon's going to home in on the noise that it's making.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing,
periscope
1,
depth,
4, 3.
Well, that kind of changes things. Let's see what the weapon does. I might turn it on.
Control, weapon acquired.
If I zoom out a little bit, you can see our course. He is going to fire back down our course, so we might have to evade.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing, 1, 4, 1.
He did. Oh, crap. That's a really good shot. Ahead flank.
Make turns for 3,
Oh, man.
3 knots.
We might
Maneuvering
be in
on.
trouble. Shoot. Hold on one second. This shot right here is really good. I'm going to continue to run at 900 feet and see what happens. All right, we might have some torpedo beats here in a second. Let me adjust my gaming chair for maximum efficiency. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, it's doing a search. That's going to slow it down significantly. We might be able to outrun its cone. That thing enabled way early. He had no idea what our range was. So we were over 10,000 yards away from the weapons enable point. Now it's going to snake for 10,000 yards. That's 5 miles. And we're going to run away while it does that. Yeah, angles and dangles time. That's right. You guys know the terms. I know we have a lot of Navy people that watch, so I appreciate you guys also keeping the stream declassified. Like, I seriously appreciate that. Holy crap. Like, we wouldn't be able to do this if you guys went on a tirade. So I just want to recognize that I know a lot of you know what you're talking about. Thank you for not trying to impress strangers on the internet. Yeah. That's my job. That's what I'm here for. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of Navy people. F-16 office mode.
Torpedo room.
What? Office mode?
Con,
Navy?
maneuvering, making turns for
Yeah, that's
3,
right. This ain't War
3
Thunder. That's
knots.
right. I think we're able to drive outside the acquisition cone there. If it doesn't get us on this pass, I think we're all right. Just want to make sure we're not sinking out still. Okay. Yeah, we're still at 900 feet. So whenever you play the 688, keep in mind you don't want to go below 1,000. You can. Just try not to do that. Yeah. This was the torpedo here I was worried about. And if we look at the plot, because we're going so fast, we really don't even have torpedo contact. And that's kind of accurate. Whenever you're going to flank bell, your sonar arrays are kind of masked by all the flow noise, even the towed array. The towed array will just be a wash of junk. But we will hear it's active. The torpedo active. And so getting these little red pings, very accurate. And you can see they've already gone past our track. We're good to go. So now we could actually, there may be other contacts out there. I don't believe there are in this scenario.
Turns for 1-5.
But it's a good idea to,
Turns for 5 knots.
once you've
Maneuvering
confirmed that the evasion's successful, do another sonar search. You know, slow down, clear your baffles, because just because you won one fight doesn't mean the fight's over.
Aye, sir.
Yep. Okay. Listen. I just want to make sure the Ming's dead. That's what that was. That wasn't a course change gone wrong. Nope. I don't know why we had tube 2 loaded anyway. Did I say I did say to reload tube? Okay. Look. It's fine. We're going to put this weapon out here. Son of a gun. Now we're down to 10 weapons. I'm just ramping up the difficulty. We're at Aaron level of difficulty at this point. How many taxpayer dollars was that?
5 knots.
Ugh, that's a couple million. Like 4 million, I think. Oh, man. I'll be working that off in port. Probably doing push-ups. They're going to make me load a Mark 48 by myself. Which, that's a trick. Let me tell you what. Oh, God. All right. Listen. You guys don't know what it's like being me, okay? It's pretty tough. Pretty tough. I should not live stream. I would totally edit that out. I would be like, we dodged him. End of video. This would not get broadcast. No. I could still edit this out from the Jive Turkey channel. They'll have no idea what happened. They'll be like, why has he only got 10 now? I don't know. Yep. Welcome to my world. He's still too close. Let's read some chat. Oh, wow. Yeah, Desk Bop. Yeah. Sami, thank you for the super chat. Jingles launch. Yeah, I was trying to turn the submarine and I instead launched a freaking weapon because I had the wrong button pushed. Well, I actually had the wrong cursor up is what it was. But you get the wrong cursor up by hitting the wrong button, so kind of the same thing. There we go. All right, end of combat. My gosh, that's going to be... Mark the time on that one. I'm too lazy to edit it out. I'll just leave it in there.